Folks, I've got a great recipe here straight from Strawberry Tree Farms, and I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorites. It's my own personal recipe called grape nuts. It's a great talking piece for appetizers. People will ask you for days how you did it, and I'm about to give it to you right here with Strawberry Tree Farms. Now, what I've got here is roasted onion delight. Can you see it? Roasted onion delight. Ding, ding, ding. Roasted onion delight, and I gotta tell you, I use this in a great cream cheese mixture, and then I place a grape in the center of it, roll the mixture over it, and then finish it up with chopped nuts. So let's get in my test kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make a great recipe, and I can't wait for you to see how this finishes up. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my kitchen. We are going to get started making my famous grape nuts recipe using my awesome friends from Strawberry Tree Farms roasted onion delight. So what we've got here is we have 1.5 tablespoons of roasted onion delight. We have 8 ounces of cream cheese. We have chopped nuts. Now these are raw almonds, but you can use pecans or walnuts, whichever you prefer. I like to get raw almonds because I like my stuff healthy, and I crush them myself, but you can buy them anywhere in a grocery store. These are seeded, and I say this again, seeded grapes. There are seeds in these. So I'm going to cut these in half and pull the seeds out. You can use smaller grapes if you wish, but then you get smaller balls. So I want to have bigger balls, so therefore my grape nuts will have these grapes split in half, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. And then finally we have our parsley. We're going to chop this parsley up into a fine little mix, and we're going to mix this up into our overall mixture, and you're going to see exactly how this is all going to play out in just one moment. So let's get started in making our onion delight mixture. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get the mixture put together. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my cream cheese here, and I'm going to place 8 ounces of cream cheese. I like to use Philadelphia, but you can use whatever cream cheese you like. And I'm going to go ahead and place that into the mixing bowl like so. You want it to be cold. You don't want it to be too warm. Don't put this in the microwave to make it easier to work with. You don't need to. Okay, now I'm going to take my roasted onion delight. I'm going to place that with the cream cheese just like so. And then I'm just going to use a fork, and I'm going to just start mashing it into the Philly cheese until I get my cream cheese nice and mixed. A fork's best because you can get right through and really make the mixture pliable. So I highly suggest using a fork as opposed to a spatula or a whisk. They won't really work that well. Alright, so now my mixture is nice and even. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this in the refrigerator for about 1 hour. But I can tell you that an hour is pretty generous. You could probably leave that in there for about 15-20 minutes, because by the time we get finished making the grape nuts, you would have been at an hour anyway. But we're going to put it in the refrigerator and we'll come back to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you can see I've really chopped up this parsley. Pretty simple, just with a knife. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you're going to do these grapes. If you're using seeded grapes, you do this. If you're not using seeded grapes, don't bother. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the grape like so in half, so you can see that, and you see those 2 seeds in there. I'm going to get those out by just using the knife and popping the seeds out like so. It's very simple, just like that. Or use seedless grapes, and those seedless grapes will be easily used by just rolling them with the cream cheese, which we'll show in the next step. But if you're going to use seeded grapes, cut them in half and end up with about, I would say, 16 halves to make the batch that we've got. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, I've taken the cream cheese mixture with our wonderful roasted onion delight, and may I make a suggestion? Please make sure that you realize not only is this a really cool recipe, but you're also saving yourself a lot of money. And the reason for that is something like this in a store is going to cost you $3 or $4 just to buy 4 or 5 ounces. We're making double that, and we're using it with an item that quite frankly cost pennies on the dollar. But when you introduce this to your table and you serve this to your friends, I guarantee you they're going to ask you how you did it. So remember, this isn't just a great recipe using a product that we get from our friends at Strawberry Tree Farms. It's also a product that saves a great deal of money and adds a lot of quality and value for the things that you do at your table side. So let's get started here and make our balls. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of our grapes like this, the half grape, and we're going to take some of this beautiful mixture here, and we're going to wrap the grape with the cheese. Now it might feel a little slippery at first. Don't worry about that. Just keep surrounding the grape with the cheese until it's completely encased in it, like that. And then you just start rolling it like this. Okay? And if you see part of the grape starting to show, you just want to put a little more on there so you can see that that's happening right there. Just put a little more over it like so. And then start rolling again. And there you have it, your first grape ball with the roasted onion delight in a wonderful creamy cream cheese in a ball. But we're not done. But we're gonna do all of these in balls until we're done. So let's do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We've got our balls pre-made, ready to go. I got 9 of these. I got my chopped parsley and I got my almonds. The first thing I'm gonna do is take the almonds and put them in a bowl. I'm gonna take my chopped parsley, put that in a bowl like so. I'm gonna mix that around until I have an even distribution of the mixture. And there we go. We got parsley and nuts all mixed up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the fun part, which is go ahead and make our grape nuts. So you're going to take one ball, you're going to take a bunch of the nuts like this, and you're just going to drop it in the bowl like so, and just sprinkle the nuts and parsley on top of it like this until it's completely covered, and slightly press down and roll it around until you come up with that. Look at that. That's just amazing. You want to make these just like that. Then you're going to put them on a plate and put them back in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. So we're going to make all of these just like that, and then we'll put them in the fridge, and then I'll show you how to present them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We've got our grape nuts that came out of the refrigerator. They look beautiful. They're colossal. I make them this big because I really like to have this as a family style appetizer you can put on the plate and split between 2 or maybe 3 people. I'm going to give you a really cool presentation right now that you can use this, but this is your finished product here, and I'll just give you a real good close-up there so you can see it. It's just gorgeous. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you one of my ideas on how to serve grape nuts formally to the table. I'm going to use some mesclun lettuce mix, also some baby greens, but I'm also going to take a wonderful idea of taking a chilled martini glass, and I'm going to put the mesclun lettuce mix in the middle of it like that, on the bottom like that, and then I'm going to take a couple of maybe baby leaves, and I'm just going to put that like right at the top like so, so it's just sticking up off the lip. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the balls and just gently put them inside like this. Just like that. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you a wonderful, wonderful appetizer made from Strawberry Tree Farms, roasted onion delight, creating your amazing, beautiful grape nuts in a martini finish. Bon appetit.